It's a beautiful sunny morning,
So welcome everyone to Tales of the Trail.
and the four-legged guys and gals of Middle Tennessee Boxer Rescue can't wait to get out and enjoy it. Volunteers are arriving and checking in for instructions with Lisa Thomas, co-founder and director of Tales of the Trail.
So Tales of the Trail is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and we have a mission statement to engage the community to come out and participate in our weekend events. We partner with rescues, animal controls, and our goal is to hike and exercise the shelter dogs. So we do a volunteer orientation when you show up at each of our events. We sign waivers and liability forms. We instruct you on how best to walk the dogs within our environment. We walk what's called a dog parade, a front to back hike and sweep.
For dogs like Layla, the chance to get out and stretch their legs and get some fresh air and meet new friends is nothing short of glorious. You ready to go? You ready?
We're all about reducing kennel stress and lowering euthanasia rates. So the dog needs to de-stress from being in that pen and being around the loudness of the dogs in their vicinity. So when we get the dogs out onto the trail walks, just that one-on-one attention, the love and treating that they get just to help get them out of that kenneled environment, out into nice grassy areas and greenways, to help them change their scenery, to be loved on. Just really getting those dogs out of their kenneled environment will seriously improve their behavior, their demeanor. They'll be much more showable to people that might come through the shelter to look at them after an event. And we've had a very high adoption rate occur immediately after our events when the dogs are showing their best selves.
Brenda Bass is founder and assistant director of Middle Tennessee Boxer Rescue. She's partnered with Tales of the Trail since the start and is grateful for the difference it makes to the dogs in her care.
It makes a big difference. Dogs are so much more adoptable when they're leash trained, and most of our dogs come in as strays or owner surrenders from owners who never trained them. They need training. All dogs need training, but the larger the dog, the more training it needs to be a good pet. So the more we can get out with them, the better trained they get and the easier it is to get them adopted. Just getting them out of the kennel is fun, and around people. It helps with their socializing.
Of course, it's not only the dogs who like to socialize. Catherine is a recent transplant from Southern California who found Tales of the Trail on social media.
I don't know very many people, so I wanted to get out and get back to the community. So I looked up on Meetup a bunch of different groups, and I looked up dogs, and I found this rescue hiking, and I like hiking, I love dogs, and I can't have dogs right now, so it's kind of the perfect match. I loved Layla. She's just a sweetheart. We bonded pretty quickly.
Full disclosure, it happens. A lot. Kay fell for and adopted Mason from Middle Tennessee Boxer Rescue after she hiked with him a year and a half ago.
No, I was not looking to adopt, but then I walked him and I just kind of had to have him. And I thought about it for a couple months, but I kept going back and back, and I was like, I don't know if I should do it. But I just, it was just after a little bit, I was just like, okay, he's definitely the right fit, and he needed a home, and I could give that to him, so took him home.
Sadly, only about 2/3 of the nearly 4 million dogs entering shelters nationwide each year are lucky enough to find a second chance like Mason did. Every year, over 1 million dogs are euthanized here in the U.S. alone. Lisa dreams of a day when all dogs have loving homes, but in the meantime is doing all she possibly can, in as many ways as she can, to give as many dogs as possible the chance for the wonderful life they all deserve.
We've had a lot of success. I think our current numbers are about 422 dogs that have been adopted as an outcome of our events. We get as many dogs out of those shelters and into homes as we possibly can.
After returning from their hike, the dogs happily cool off with homemade pupsicles and bonus belly rubs before heading back to the kennel. It's been a morning that has left both hound and human richer for the experience they've shared.
Knowing that every time we show up to run an event, that these dogs are getting loved on, that they are happy wagging tails. When we leave and see these happy, calm faces of these loving dogs, it's very rewarding, very fulfilling.
Want a treat?